Be curious, not judgmental. I like that.
Ted Lasso is more than just a TV show. It's a model for sincerity.
I forgive you.
You what?
The show provided an example of healthy emotional behavior. It also provided men with a low-effort Halloween costume. But Ted Lasso is part of a larger tradition in pop culture, and we're going to take a look at that trend right now. This is 9 TV shows based on commercials. Hi, I'm Kevin from Atomic Abe, and if you're like me, you love weird media. American pop culture is a complex ecosystem. You've got TV shows based on video games, movies inspired by trading cards, and let's not forget the TV series adapted from Twitter accounts.
You know what they say about crazy chicks.
You gotta shoot them in the head or they won't die.
My dad says, coming in 2011.
But right now we're going to look at some TV shows that were born out of commercials.
Enjoy our film.
Commercials have been called short films. Usually they're called short films by people who make commercials. Hey, I get it. You tell yourself you're a filmmaker. You're not a corporate shill. You're an artist who just happens to be wearing a Coca-Cola sweatshirt. Hey, I'm the same way. I dislike the term content creator. I prefer to be called a video essayist. Anyway, sometimes a commercial has such an original point of view and such rich characters that the narrative must expand into a new medium. Either that or somebody's trying to make a fast buck. Regardless, we've got 9 great examples of commercials that became TV shows, including one that TV Guide called one of the worst TV shows of all time. Let's begin. Number 9, Smokey the Bear. Check this out, the first TV show based on a commercial.
Only you.
Who hasn't watched a spot about forest fires and thought, I want to know more about that bear? Smokey originally appeared in public service announcements. He even had his own catchphrase.
Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
The furry forest ranger appeared on TV, in print media, and on the radio.
How about joining us in a little visit to a big star, Bing Crosby?
Fires don't burn just trees, you know. They destroy the nests of birds. They kill wildlife. They burn up good hunting areas.
Then, in 1969, Smokey became the star of his own cartoon show. Hey, Smokey, this is a kids program. How about you put on a shirt?
This better not awaken anything in me.
The series was produced by Rankin-Bass, a company best known for their holiday specials. And honestly, Smokey is not their best work. And that's a feat coming from the people who gave us Nestor the long-eared donkey.
This is where I came in.
Most of all, it reminds us how hard it is to do long-form storytelling when your main character is an authority figure.
Come on now, folks. His Honor has the floor.
When it comes to forest safety, I'm glad that Smokey is mature and responsible, but that's not what you want out of a cartoon.
Now, Mr. Slicker, you know this is a federal preserve. You have no right to sell it off to these folks.
There must be some mistake.
The Smokey the Bear cartoon reminds me of the 1960s Dick Tracy show, where a humorless straight man is surrounded by goofy sidekicks.
Poppy. Yes, sir.
Smokey the Bear, the series, ended after one season, but the Ranger is still around today. Over the years, he's made some bizarre ads, including this sexy fake out.
Okay.
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
And more recently, a CGI spot where the Ranger is voiced by comedian Jeff Foxworthy.
Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire.
Number 8, The Steeler and the Pittsburgh Kid. The year is 1979. Pittsburgh Steelers' Mean Joe Green is one of the most intimidating players on the gridiron, but all that changed when he appeared in this ad for Coke.
Want my Coke?
No.
Really, you can have it. A Coke and a smile.
The spot made the formidable player much more approachable. After it aired, kids started giving Joe Green their sodas.
They would all offer me Cokes. Want my Coke? Hi, Mean Joe.
Wow, thanks, Mean Joe.
The spot won advertising awards and re-aired during the 1980 Super Bowl. Then in 1981, it was turned into a movie, The Steeler and the Pittsburgh Kid. You know the term major motion picture? This is what we call a minor motion picture. It's a TV movie, it's an hour long with commercials, and the story is as padded as the shoulders of a defensive lineman.
I'm not afraid of pain. Since I've been playing ball, I've played through pain.
Turns out Mean Joe Green's a pretty good actor. He's very believable as Mean Joe Green. And his co-star is Henry Thomas. This is a year before E.T.
Giving me your jersey was like Superman giving away his cape.
Hey, kid. Catch.
It's pretty common for a popular commercial to be parodied, but here's a deep cut. There's an episode of SCTV that satirized making a movie based on a commercial.
Now, this is the second in a series of feature-length motion pictures based on the commercials of Joe Green.
You know, there are certain times when you get extra hungry.
This one is based on a fake ad for Big Dude TV dinners. In the movie, titled Big Dude and the Kid, Henry Thomas is played by Martin Short.
Please, if you don't, I don't know what will happen to me.
I'm retired.
Please.
Without a doubt, the funniest parody of a TV movie based on a Coke ad. All right, back to the list. Number 7, Hey Vern, It's Ernest. In 1972, character actor Jim Varney started appearing in local television commercials as Ernest P. Worrell.
Pop me another one of them bad boys, how about it?
Ernest was inspired by Ernest T. Bass from The Andy Griffith Show and the Disney cartoon character Goofy. As a TV pitchman, Ernest appeared in spots for Sprite, Six Flags, Toyota, Brahms Ice Cream, Central Bank, Florida Cable TV, and more. According to the Jim Varney biography, the actor would sometimes record over 25 spots in a single day. And no matter what he was promoting, the character was always the same.
What'll it be, Vern? Light or dark?
By 1988, Jim Varney was starring in a CBS Saturday morning show, Hey Vern, It's Ernest.
I am a vegetable.
Varney won an Emmy for Best Performer in a Children's Series, beating out Fred Rogers and Ringo Starr.
Thank you, how very kind.
Probably because Jim Varney played multiple characters. Aunt Nelda, Sergeant Glory, Dr. Otto, and Baby Ernest.
Know what I mean?
Surprisingly, the show only lasted one season.
I have a bomb.
Of course, the character would go on to star in 9 motion pictures, making Ernest the most successful commercial character in all of pop culture history. Know what I mean? Number 6, the California Raisins. The mid-'80s were a heyday of advertising mascots. Characters were getting so much screen time.
In one of these, and in one of these, one of these.
Energizer spokesman Jacko got cast in a primetime Mad Max ripoff called The Highwaymen.
2 guys out to energize your Friday.
What's up?
Jacko is Jimbo.
That's what I was gonna say. Oi.
Hey, where's the beef?
Clara Peller of Where's the Beef fame was appearing in feature films.
Where's the bank?
Right here, ma'am.
That's good.
How's the food, sweetheart?
Where's the stuff?
She even had a rap.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
And the California Raisins were ready to branch out. Creator Will Vinton had big plans for his Little Raisins. These wrinkly crooners got their start in an ad for the California Raisin Advisory, which took a staunch pro-raisin stance. Then they were headliners in a claymation Christmas celebration.
the California Raisins.
The group sang a beloved Christmas classic, which we won't be playing here for copyright purposes, but I think you can figure out which one it is. A year later, they had their own TV special, Meet the Raisins.
Even then, music was the most important thing in my life.
The only way he could get a date.
The group was clearly ready for their own series, but claymation takes a long time to produce. The solution? Make a show with some cheap 2D animation. The California Raisins became a Saturday morning cartoon in 1989.
What do you think? Do we cancel?
Yes, we've got to.
The California Raisins are a unique intellectual property. Yes, they are advertising mascots, but they're promoting a healthy snack.
Cocoa Puffs! Yahoo! I'm Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs!
And that's a lot better than the other shows from the 80s.
Stay tuned for the Mattel and Mars Bar Quick Energy Chocobot Hour.
Shows like He-Man and My Little Pony were pushing the boundaries of acceptable children's programming. Thankfully, there was a pro-social message at the end of each episode.
You know, television is not the only way to be entertained by an exciting story. There is another way. It's called reading.
So where did parents draw the line? With this guy. Number 5, Chester Cheetah.
Chester Cheetah here, scouting out the Cheetos delivery route.
Frito-Lay's Chester Cheetah really lent himself to animated adventures. He was cool. He wore sunglasses. He was like Joe Camel for kids. Come to think of it, the Joe Camel for kids was Joe Camel. Anyway, Fox was developing a cartoon called Yo, It's the Chester Cheetah Show. The animated series would capture the attitude that kids loved. But parents wouldn't have it. The Action for Children's Television group feared that this entire show would just be a commercial for junk food.
It's not easy being cheesy.
So Fox called it quits. Later, CBS tried to develop a version of the Chester Cheetah cartoon, but it was met with the same hostility. Subsequently, the cartoon never happened.
Stop trying to make
Yo, It's the Chester Cheetah Show
happen. It's not going to happen.
Instead, Chester got his own video game. Too Cool to Fool was conceived as a tie-in to the TV show. Whoops. Chester Cheetah joined the ranks of other mascots who got their own video game, including the 7-Up Dot and the Noid. Oh yeah! And let's not forget the icon who pioneered branded content gaming, Punchy and the Hawaiian Punch board game. Number 4.
The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Starring Pete, Pete's brother Pete, and introducing Ellen as Pete's girlfriend.
In the late 80s, Nickelodeon ran these minute-long interstitials about two brothers, both named Pete. The Pete and Pete shorts were fast, funny, and weird.
Bertie, the strongest man in the world.
And the characters made a smooth transition into a half-hour show. Pete and Pete is one of the most successful TV shows based on a commercial. Not only did it last 3 seasons, the show maintained the spirit of the original shorts. The sitcom combines absurdist suburban humor with the indie film sensibility of Hal Hartley or Jim Jarmusch.
I hate canoes.
The Adventures of Pete and Pete was created by Will McRobb and Chris Viscardi, and they'd said they wanted to pack an entire sitcom into each 1-minute short. And once they expanded to a 22-minute format, they wanted each episode to feel like a feature film. This all culminated with an epic Pete and Pete movie script, but by the time everything fell into place, the actors were too big to play little kids. Nickelodeon eventually made the film, replacing the two Petes with new characters.
You've stolen your last snow day from us!
Oh, now I'm scared. Snow Day.
That's right, Snow Day was supposed to be the Pete and Pete movie. And today, the Pete and Pete actors co-host a podcast called The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Number 3, Baby Bob. Look, we've all seen the talking baby routine. It's been used in everything from Family Guy to Look Who's Talking.
Oh no! Put me back in! Put me back in!
But you know what made Baby Bob different? They used a real baby with creepy animated lips.
Greetings, television viewers. We are in the midst of a technological revolution.
Bob was the spokesbaby for a website called freeinternet.com. How's that for a late 90s URL?
You think you're frustrated? Try being a talking baby in a non-talking baby world.
Sweet.
Still not used to it.
In 2002, CBS debuted Baby Bob, the sitcom. The show co-starred Adam Arkin and Jolie Fisher as the surprised parents.
You want to see what it says on the chapter on what to expect when your 6-month-old starts talking like a Teamster from Chicago. I looked it up. Not really in there.
And who's that voicing Baby Bob? Why, it's Ken Hudson Campbell, who you might remember as Santa Claus from Home Alone.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, if you make it quick, Santa's got a little get-together he's late for.
In 2002, TV Guide ranked the worst 50 TV shows of all time.
Trust me, I'm in public relations. We don't want this.
Here's the crazy part. Baby Bob premiered just 4 months before this issue was published, and it still made the list. Yes, Baby Bob came in as number 14 of the worst TV shows of all time, sandwiched between Manimal and Cop Rock. That is a bad sandwich.
Hey, Bob here for Quiznos, learning about their new Choose 2 menu.
Speaking of bad sandwiches, Baby Bob made a comeback after the show was canceled, doing ads for Quiznos. Number 2, Cavemen. Geico Car Insurance has flooded the world with all kinds of ads, including the Caveman campaign.
It's so easy to use Geico.com, a caveman could do it.
Here comes the joke.
Oh no, not cool. I did not know you were there.
This 2004 spot led to a series of ads about Neanderthals navigating the modern world. It's smart because the cavemen never urge you to spend money on something you don't need. Instead, they're just pissed off at an insurance company. Very relatable.
How can it be offensive if it's true?
Okay, first of all, I'm not 100% in love with your tone right now.
Then, 3 years after the first ad, ABC premiered a live-action sitcom called Cavemen.
I think it's time for you to get a second job.
No, I think you should get a first job.
The show starred Nick Kroll, Sam Huntington, and a massive amount of hair and makeup.
It was my first real acting job. It was 4 hours of makeup every morning.
Lucky for the actors, you couldn't see their faces, so you don't immediately associate them with that show. I say this as someone who started his career as a masked wrestler.
He's dunking the milk! He's dunking the milk cannon!
As a sitcom, Cavemen gives the viewers a metaphor about intolerance and a reminder that you can save up to 15% or more on your car insurance. Here's a fun fact. The copywriter who created the Caveman commercial admits that she got the idea after she read a short story by George Saunders. The plot involves a pair of professional cavemen who work at a theme park. That means Cavemen is a TV show based on a commercial inspired by a short story that originally appeared in The New Yorker. What a journey. After 6 episodes, the sitcom went on hiatus due to a Writers Guild strike. There's just one more reason to support unions. Then ABC canceled the show with 7 episodes left unaired. There were plans to release all the episodes on DVD, but somehow that never happened. If you'd like to see another video about a short-lived sitcom that released its unaired episodes on DVD, then check out our piece on Dave Chappelle's home improvement spin-off, Buddies.
I just want to state publicly that I'm sorry.
In the end, these Geico characters are part of another tradition, cavemen who split their time between sitcoms and advertising.
Winston's got that filter plan. Yeah, Fred.
Number 1, Ted Lasso. After seeing some bizarre examples, I think we can all agree Ted Lasso is the most prestigious show on this list. We all know Ted Lasso. We all watch Ted Lasso.
I don't watch Ted Lasso.
No? Okay, not everybody watches Ted Lasso. there's too many streaming services. If you don't know the show, the character first premiered in 2013 with a video for NBC Sports. The network needed a clever way to announce that they were airing English Premier League games.
Football's football no matter where you play it. You got grass, you got cleats, and you got helmets with masks on them.
Jason Sudeikis starred in the 5-minute short titled An American Coach in London. And look, he's even joined by Coach Beard. That only means anything if you watch the show.
I'm here to stay. You can guarantee that. 1 second here. Oh, nope, I got fired.
After the spots aired, Sudeikis' then partner Olivia Wilde suggested that the character get his own series. To make the leap to long-form storytelling, Sudeikis teamed up with the creator of Scrubs, Bill Lawrence. His advice? Make the character more vulnerable. And boy, did they ever.
I'm going crazy.
No more than anyone else.
As a TV show, Ted Lasso really captures the best elements of the shows on this list. Like Pete and Pete, Ted Lasso is a character-driven comedy. Like Cavemen, Ted Lasso is never selling you stuff you don't need. And like the TV show Hey Vern, It's Ernest, Ted Lasso stars a veteran comedy actor who knows how to deliver a joke.
Morning, Ted. Hey, Hagen.
Oh. Is he dead?
That's our list. Did we forget any? Let us know in the comments. And no, the Max Headroom show was not based on the Coke commercial. Be sure to subscribe to the Atomic Abe channel, hit that notification bell so you can keep up with all our new videos. Meanwhile, check out some of our other videos, like our countdown of the top 20 sitcom actors who were killed in horror movies.